All right, so last two examples, we have number 11 and number 13 that we're going to talk about, okay? So let's talk number 11. Let's start here. Domain. Look at your graph. Will it keep going to the left forever? So we start with scanning, and no, our graph stops at some point, so we say no. And the furthest point to the left is this one right here, and that point is -2, -1. So the x value for it is -2, okay? And then we go to the right. Does it keep going to the right forever? No, it doesn't. This point right here stops us. And the point right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -2. And so the x value here is going to be 5, okay? So we go from -2 to 5 on the x-axis. All right, so I'm going to put those in, -2 and 5. But here is where this note right here comes in handy. Notice this is a closed circle. It's part of the graph, so we use that bracket. Here's what it's talking about with an open point. That's an open circle, which means 5, that point right there, 5, -2, is not part of the data. It's not actually part of this graph. It's the ending point, but it's not part of it. It's every possible number up to that, but not that specific point. And so because of that, we use parentheses on that rather than a bracket, okay? So then we do the range. So does this keep going down forever? So we scan down, and no, it doesn't. This is our ending point right here. And so furthest to the bottom, what's its y value? Well, its y value is -2. That's the lowest point that it goes to. All right, does it keep going up forever? No, it doesn't. Where is its highest point? It looks like the highest point is right here. Okay, that's the highest point that it's going to go to. So that's at 0, 1. So the y value for that is 1. So the range in this y direction goes from -2 at the lowest point to 1 at the highest point. So -2 to 1. All right, that's our change here, -2 to 1. And so when we go to write this, all right, -2 is again not part of it, so we're going to have to use parentheses. But this 1 is part of the line, and so since it's part of the line, we use a bracket on it. Okay? All right. One more example, and we are going to do number 13. Okay, so on this one, look at your graph. Is it going to keep going to the left forever? So if I scan, it looks like, yep, that arrow means it's going to go to the left forever. So yes. All right. Look at your graph. Will it keep going to the right forever? Ooh, this is different. It doesn't keep going. It stops right here. So we go to no. So find the point that's furthest to the right. Okay, well, the furthest point is at 2, 0. And so the x value there is 2. So we've gone all the way in the negative infinity direction. It's going to keep going forever negatively, but to the right, it's going to stop at 2, meaning x values go all the way in this direction, but will stop at 2. So that's how we write it, from negative infinity to 2. And 2, again, has an open circle, so it's going to be parentheses, and infinity symbol also means parentheses, okay? So that's going to be our domain here. Okay, then we go to range, all right? So let's do the same thing with the range. Will it keep going down forever? Okay, well, yeah, it is. We've got that arrow again. So we are going down forever. That's a negative infinity. So yes. Will it keep going up forever? No, it stops again at this point. And the y value for that point is 0. And so this graph is going to go from negative infinity on the y-axis all the way up to this 0 point. Negative infinity to 0. And 0 is not part of the graph. Infinity is also going to be parentheses on that, okay? So hopefully this is getting a little more clear. It's going to take some practice. That's why you have all of these other practice problems that you can work on. You have these examples, all of the even numbers that you are more than welcome to do. You've got 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. Okay, that's 7 really good practice problems that you can work on. And then check with me, and I'll be happy to check your answers and make sure that you're on the right track. And then that way, if there's something going on and you're not getting them correct, we can, we can go back and correct and make adjustments. So if there's anything that you realize that you need some help on, just let me know. Send me an email and say that you'd like me to check your practice problems, and I'll be glad to do that. And then that way we can kind of get an idea of where you're at and how much further we're going to go. Okay? All right. So, again, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll keep moving on in the next video to talk about functions.